Hi and welcome to Mark's Classical Guitar School. Here I'm going to demonstrate 4 different types of right hand action or strokes. They're going to be the free stroke and the rest stroke, and in 2 different forms, passive and active. Firstly, I'm going to demonstrate what is known as the passive rest stroke. Firstly, place your thumb on the fretboard of the guitar. Pretend that my left hand is the actual fretboard. With your index finger or the eye finger, your finger should touch the string and then roll over the string, come in contact with the nail, hold for it momentarily, and then release. Again, with the next string, roll over the finger, hold with the nail, and then momentarily hold with the nail, and then let go. And the finger itself should rest behind the other string. So roll over the finger, touching the string, roll over the string I should say, and touching the string, holding with the nail momentarily, and then releasing, and then falling or resting behind the string behind it. As I described earlier, place your thumb on the top of the fretboard and position your index finger or your eye finger on the first string. Now, touching the first string, brush over the string and allow that string to rest and pull over with the nail. Allow that string then to fall back onto the string behind it, or the second string. Now again, roll over the string and then allow contact with the string behind it, pulling on the string and making tension, and then releasing to fall on the string behind it. Again, roll over the third string, allow tension to build on the nail, and then release. And now on the fourth string, roll over the string with the finger, and then allow contact with the nail to then apply tension, release, and allow the nail, the whole finger, to fall behind the string behind it. Again, this time we're going to do something somewhat similar to the rest stroke, except we call this the free stroke, the second most major kind of stroke used in classical guitar repertoire. Again, imagine my left hand is the fretboard and the thumb is the top of the fretboard. Now with the index finger, we are going to do a kind of free stroke where the eye finger will be used and played in a rotating fashion. Again, touch the first string with your eye finger, allow the nail to build tension, but this time rotate the string around like so. Go to the second string, touch the string, allow the nail to build tension, release it, and work the nail in a rotating fashion. Again, place the thumb on the top of the fretboard for support, for anchor, and allow the index finger, the eye finger, to touch the first string. Touching it and then allowing the nail to build tension on the string. Then allow the finger to rotate over the string and then release. Then move to the next string above it, the second. Perform the same action. try to keep the finger in a rotating fashion. Let me repeat. To summarize, we've covered the passive strokes, the rest stroke and the free stroke. Rest stroke and then free stroke. What I'm going to cover now is what I call the active free stroke and rest stroke. Again, pretend my left hand is the fretboard and the thumb the top of the fretboard. This time we're going to use the I and the M finger. Again, applying a rest stroke to it. But this time, the I and the M finger is going to work in opposite directions and flicking in opposition. What happens there is that rather than being a passive action with the passive rest stroke, where elastic recoil allows the index finger to return to position, with the active free stroke, the extensors, which is along here, the top part of the hand, plays a more active part. By flicking the finger up, the extensors are recruited in this action. I like to liken this action to that of Korean soldiers marching when they are doing their drills. So again, let's place the thumb and pretend that's the top of the fretboard. And we have the I and the M finger. Again, passive. Again, rest stroke. The finger again rests behind the other string as the fingers move in opposite direction. Now I'm going to demonstrate the same technique on the guitar. As in the previous, place the thumb on the top of the fretboard. Now, as with the passive rest stroke, touch the string and allow the string to apply tension and then fall back. And then switch over as the index finger rises up, the M finger falls down and applies the same action, swinging action. This is in slow motion, but the real action takes place when we speed it up, and the action becomes that of a soldier marching or a pendular action. And this pendular action makes the stroke itself more efficient and more powerful. I can also increase the volume simply by swinging more. I'm able to achieve greater volume dynamics very efficiently. Next, I'm going to demonstrate the free active stroke. Now, the free active stroke, as with the passive stroke that I demonstrated earlier, will require the use of more than one finger. We're going to use the IM finger this time, and I like to liken this action to that of a bike rider, with the left and the I and the M finger being the left and the right legs. And you just need to imagine that your I and M finger is rotating and riding a bike. Rotating, again touching the string, applying tension, releasing, rotating, applying the string, touching the string, applying tension and releasing. Touching the string, applying tension with the nail and then releasing. Touching the string, creating a tension and releasing. And it becomes this kind of action. You can make the spokes of the bike smaller, or you can make them larger. Thank you for watching Mark's Classical Guitar. In this video, I've demonstrated 4 different techniques. 2 passive and 2 active. The first 2 were the passive and involved the use of the index finger striking the fingers in this fashion. The rest stroke passively, and the active free stroke like a soldier marching, and finally the active free stroke, which I like to use in an analogy like a bike rider in a rotating fashion. If you apply these techniques to your guitar practice, you will get a sweeter and more controlled action and tone. There are more videos to come, so stay tuned. And thank you for watching.